Well, good morning, and it has been some time since I've done a captain's blog. That's not for any other reason other than I've been very busy, and we had Lisa's parents come out, Bill and Sherry. They were here for about a week, well, actually a little longer than a week, and that was a huge blessing to everybody. Been working a lot on this house, and it's taken a lot of work. There's nothing disappointing, by the way. I'm just in one of those. I'm looking at a arbor I'm building, and I gotta look at my shed where I gotta move it, and a whole bunch of other good stuff. So don't get me wrong, we're very blessed. I just look at how much work there is still to do. The fun part is there's still a lot of work to do. I'm still looking for, somebody told me there was a money tree on this property, and I just can't seem to find it. Anyways, so it's Captain's Blog. Today's date is the 19th of April, 2010. And things are going very well. We've had an enormous amount of good news and a little bit of bad news. So I'll cover the bad news first to get out of the way. Well, I interviewed with Broken Arrow, Bixby, and Tulsa, and Catoosa, and a bunch of other fire departments. Oh, excuse me. And I took their PT tests, and I took all their written tests, and I made it all the way to the chief interviews, and it turns out that here, most of the fire departments have an age limit, and I'm too old, which is a crock of crap, and I don't know better words to use because that's what it is. I'm 37, I'll be 38 this year. My physical that I took put me at the age of 18, between 18 and 21 to be specific. I've worked very hard at getting to where I was physically, and the reward is I am where I am physically, and it feels great. Right now I'm about 10 pounds heavier than I want to be, and that's by choice, really. I've enjoyed Southern cooking, and I'm going to continue to enjoy it, but I'm not going to gain any more weight. In fact, I'm trying to shed some weight right now. I say all that because the good news is that I've got employment at Home Depot, and I really like it, to the point where I've emailed my boss, and it looks like they're going to start training me in the ways of a manager. I don't know how soon that's going to take place, or I heard that takes place pretty much over 2 years informally, and then when they make a decision formally, it becomes it happens. They put you into a management school, and you go to management school for a couple weeks, couple months, or whatever the case might be, and then you put those into practice at your store. So truthfully, it's all in God's hands anyway. There's a couple birds behind me that are fighting. I'm about to get the pellet gun and put one of them down to spare them because it's getting old. Anyways, Lisa is doing very well. Got a little frustrated in her job, and only because their standards out here are very high, and but she did the smart thing. She went to her supervisor and asked for a little bit of a change up, and it worked. There was a little while where she wasn't liking her job so much, and that's never a good thing when you don't enjoy what you're doing. So I don't know if she's back to necessarily enjoying it. I know she's getting more out of it, and she feels like she's learning a little bit more. And I know Lisa's learned some things about herself as well. Ryan is doing exceptionally well. They're still not really, they're missing their friends in California. So AJ and Adrian and Jared, know that you guys are missed. Ryan talks about you all the time, and I know that he has friends here. It just it's one of those things where I wish they had more. That's my wish for them. Ryan brought home a really good report card, except for one grade that it kind of blew a gasket over, but I know he'll do better. And then Sean brought home straight A's, 1B I think, and that was in algebra, which is a college prep class, and they are going to send him to the high school next year, even though he's in 8th grade for mathematics. So that's awesome. And they turned out, I talked to his counselor on last Tuesday on the phone, and they said when he hits about sophomore to junior year, they're going to have to send him to either community college or the university for math. So Sean's on track for MIT, which is ironic because he'll have the highest education in my family if he goes to MIT. And it's only ironic because we've had a few college graduates in our family, but MIT is the elite of the elite when it comes to technical, and that's what he wants to do. Mackenzie is doing very well. She is definitely finding out what friendships are about, how fast the tide can change, and that friends can be very temporary. So she misses Layla enormously in Chico and talks about her all the time. In fact, today I told her that Layla learned how to ride her bike, and she was a little upset that she didn't get to teach her, but was extremely excited that she got to learn how, and then became disappointed again that Layla learned how to ride a bike before Mackenzie did. So I think that's kind of it for Captain's blog. You know, it's here's another thing that I want to share because it's been really heavy on my heart. Some of you have seen my post on Facebook. You know, as a firefighter, one of the things that I knew long before becoming a firefighter was that you never leave your partner behind. And to use that in my marriage, I never even would have thought of that. So when the movie Fireproof came out, I didn't even see the movie before I started doing the study. And when I saw the movie, it just made sense. And so God has really put it on my heart lately to start like a campaign for the month of May for men and women to do the 40-day Love Dare challenge, or Love Dare, for the month of May. Now you and I both know that the Love Dare doesn't stop at the end of May. It continues on, and you have to customize how that Love Dare looks in your marriage. But the principles of the 40-day Love Dare can't be argued with. They're proven. They work. I attempted to do it a couple times, and I think it was the third or fourth time I made it through. And it wasn't always easy because, well, frankly, it's not always reciprocated. But it is in time. With that being said, I'm going to ask you today, for those of you that are watching this, both of you, or just you, if you would accept that challenge. Go to Facebook and look up May Challenge Love Dare, or you can go to my Facebook page and you should see it on there. We're going to start on May 1st. The reason why we start on May 1st is because, well, it takes about 10 days to pray and get your mind ready. And with that being said, that's what you need to do. When you commit to this Love Dare, see it through to the end. The reward will be worth it. This is Captain's blog. Now I got to get up and turn this off, and my knee is buckled. Oh.